Bonjour tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. Alors, aujourd'hui, nous allons regarder deux verbes très importants. C'est le verbe savoir et le verbe connaître. Ceux qui parlent anglais comme langue maternelle vont trouver des fois que c'est un peu difficile de décider entre les deux verbes. Parce qu'en anglais, on dit juste to know pour les deux verbes. Donc, quelle est la différence entre eux? Savez-vous quand on utilise par exemple le verbe savoir? Connaissez-vous la différence entre les deux verbes? Okay, so this is for primarily for my French club members, so that's Bonjour Chepso members. We're in a lockdown again in Wales. C'est le confinement pour la deuxième fois au Pays de Galles, donc c'est un peu bizarre. On ne peut pas se revoir, se retrouver en personne. C'est difficile, mais voilà, on va réussir et on y va quoi. So we're going to look at the difference between savoir and connaître. Two verbs which both mean to know. So in French, you have to know when you use one as opposed to the other. So I'm going to try and make that as easy as possible. The first thing I'm going to do is conjugate savoir in the present tense. Okay, so here I have le tableau. Et là, je cherche un sur qui marche bien. Alors, je sais. You probably heard that one. Oui, je sais. Je ne sais pas. Tu sais. Ça s'écrit pareil. Et puis, troisième personne, singulier, c'est, mais avec T à la fin. Mais tous les trois se prononcent d'une manière pareille. C'est. So, those three conjugations are pronounced in the same way. Je sais, tu sais, il, elle, on sait. If someone asks you a question like, do you know what time it is? Do you know who the first man on the moon was? If you know the answer, you can say, oui, je sais, or oui, je le sais, I know it. If you don't know, you can say, je ne sais pas, je ne sais pas. And what you might hear French people say is, je sais pas, je sais pas. So without the ne. Okay, so that's just kind of informal language. So, je sais, I know. If you're asking a question with the verb savoir, we'll see some examples in a minute. If you're asking someone that you know a question with this, like, do you know what time it is? Do you know where the nearest supermarket is? Or do you know when lessons start back? You can always form a question, remember, by putting the verb before the subject pronoun. So, for example, sais-tu? Sais-tu où est Marie? Sais-tu où est Marie? Okay, let's just go forward a little bit so you can see that there. So you take the conjugation in the to form of the verb, and then you add the subject pronoun just afterwards. Sais-tu où est Marie? Sais-tu où elle est? Do you know where she is? So what you notice here is that this verb savoir is followed by the kind of interrogative. Où? Do you know where is Marie, or where she is? So you could answer that in the affirmative. Oui, je sais où elle est. Elle est par là, par exemple. Ou tu peux répondre ainsi. Je ne sais pas où elle est. Je ne sais pas. Non, je suis désolée, je ne sais pas. I don't know. So when a question is asked to you using this verb savoir, the clue is that you can answer the question with the same verb. So if you've heard a question start with sais-tu, sais-tu, then you can answer it je sais, blah blah blah, or je ne sais pas, blah blah blah. So listen out for the verb that's used, okay? You can always ask to repeat, please. So if that were in the vous form, so someone was asking you a question in the formal way using the vous form, or if they're addressing more than one person, then they would use the vous conjugation, which is probably one that you've heard. Savez. Vous savez. Vous savez. So if you're asking, do you know where Marie is in the vous form, you would just invert the verb. Savez-vous? Savez-vous où est Marie? If you're answering in the new form, you could say oui, nous savons où elle est, or nous ne savons pas. So you could add a little ne and a pas if it was a negative response. Ne pas. Nous ne savons pas. Vous ne savez pas. So let's have a look at the il, elle, which is basically the they conjugation. Let's go out a sec. Comme ça, je crois, oui, un peu plus. Je sais, tu sais, il, elle, on sait, nous savons. Looks a bit like the word for soap, doesn't it? Le savon, mais it's got an S at the end, so it is different. Vous savez, il, elle, savent. So, generally speaking, when you have an il, elle verb and it ends with ent, you don't pronounce it like this. It's not savant. No, because that sounds like another kind of derivation of the verb savoir. Instead, it's savent. So, je sais, tu sais, il, elle, on sait, nous savons, vous savez, il, elle, savent. So they're the pronunciations. And you would use it, so I've mentioned one here. This, savez-vous où elle est? Or, où est Marie? Où est Michel? Où est blah, blah, blah. That gives you one of the examples of when you use the verb. So you use it when it has a complement, if you like. So you use it when it's followed by where, what, why, who, how, which. Those kind of question words. So do you know where? Do you know when? Do you know if? If is another one. Do you know how? Do you know why? All those kind of question words, you're going to use them with the verb savoir. Okay? Savez-vous? Let's think of an example. Savez-vous quelle heure il est? Do you know what time it is? Quelle heure il est? Savez-vous à quelle heure arrive le train? Savez-vous pourquoi elle n'est pas là? Savez-vous comment je fais mes devoirs? Okay, so all of those questions have this kind of interrogative pronoun which links the first part with the second part of the clause, second part of the phrase. Savoir can also be used with, so I mentioned je ne sais pas, je sais. So if someone asks you a question asking for specific information, do you know when the lesson starts? Do you know when the train leaves? Do you know what kind of guitar this is? First of all, listen out for the verb savoir. It will either be a tu sais, sais-tu, if it's inverted, or est-ce que tu sais, which is another way of asking a question. Or it'll be with the vous form. Vous savez, savez-vous, est-ce que vous savez, blah, blah, blah. So listen out for those, and then you can say oui, je sais, non, je ne sais pas, and then you can add in je suis désolé, excusez-moi, je ne sais pas, etc. D'accord? So, certain bits of information. And often it's information that you've acquired, you know, something like you read the timetable for the bus, so you know now what time the bus leaves. Or you've received an email from your teacher, so you know when lessons start back. Also, when you look at the verb connaître, I'm going to tell you that that's the verb that you use with people, like I know this person, or I'm familiar with them, I've heard of them, that kind of thing. Savoir can be used when you're talking about people, but I want you to remember connaître as the verb that you use with people. Je connais Marc. I know Mark. Je connais Marie. Je ne le connais pas. I don't know him. Je ne la connais pas. I don't know her. You use them with direct object pronouns, le and la, which means him and her. Or je ne les connais pas, if you're talking about them. Par exemple, mes voisins, je ne les connais pas. I don't know them. My neighbours. But you can talk about people. For example, if someone says, do you know Mark? You could say, for example, je ne connais pas Marc, mais je sais où il habite. Je sais où il travaille. Je sais pourquoi il arrive ce soir, par exemple. I know why he's here. I know who he is. Je sais comment il s'appelle. I know his name. That kind of thing. So if you're using it with a kind of a complement, a where, when, how, why, then you'll use savoir to talk about a person. Another way you use this verb savoir is when it's followed by a verb, and that means to know how to do something. Par exemple, moi je sais chanter. Je sais chanter. Je sais aussi nager. I know how to sing, I know how to swim. Je sais aussi conduire. Pas comme ça, mais je sais conduire quand même. Je sais cuisiner. Je sais écrire des poésies. If you know how to do something, then instead of saying je sais comment faire, you don't say I know how to do something like in English. You just say je sais plus the verb. Par exemple, savez-vous parler l'espagnol? Non, je ne sais pas parler l'espagnol. For example, okay? Let's have a look at any more examples here. One way to remember that verb, or how you use the verb savoir to mean that you know how to do something, that you can do something, you're able to do something, you have the knowledge to do something, is to think of the phrase savoir faire. So le savoir faire is the know-how, okay? But savoir and faire are actually two verbs, so one infinitive followed by another. Savoir and faire. So if you can remember savoir faire quelque chose, you can substitute faire and faire quelque chose to remember that it means to know how to do something. Je sais, par exemple, je sais conduire, je sais nager, je ne sais pas chanter très bien, je ne sais pas jouer de la guitare, blah blah blah. Okay, so let's now look at connaître. Connaître. This is the other verb which can be translated into English as to know. Oh, sorry, I'm moving my webcam, my hands, not the best idea. Connaître, it's got a little circumflex accent of the I, as do some of the conjugations, although you can't really make much of a difference, which I think is just the il, elle, on form. Je connais. Je connais, par exemple, je connais bien ma famille. I know my family well. Tu connais. As is often the case with conjugations, the first two are written or at least pronounced in the same way. Troisième personne, connais. Connais, connais, connais. Now, while I was planning this lesson, I remembered I have this video. Oh, it's not a video, c'est un DVD. On connaît la chanson. On connaît la chanson. You know the song, or we know the song. Okay? So, the verb connaître is normally followed by a noun. So not followed by a verb, but a noun. Je connais la musique, je connais la chanson, je connais mon métier, I know my job. But it can also be followed by a person's name. So that is a noun, really, isn't it? So a person's name, or a person, or a thing. Something that you know well, that you're familiar with. Often used with the works of an artist, or the music of a certain group. Je connais bien la musique d'Abba. Je connais les poésies de Rimbaud. okay? So when you are asked whether you are familiar with something, whether you know well, really, you'll often hear connaître followed by a noun or a person's name. So let's have a look. The nous conjugation. Connaissons. Just double checking because sometimes I misspell things. Deux N, deux S. Connaissons. Nous connaissons la chanson. We know the song. Of course, you can use the en form as well, which is a bit more familiar. Similar to this, connaissez. Connaissez, there's the EZ, which is the conjugation of the verbs. And then here we have, now remember what I said about the ENT. Ils, elles connaissent. Connaissent. Not connaissant, but connaissent. Let's think of some examples. So, use with people. Connaissez-vous Fabien? Oui, nous connaissons bien Fabien. Yes, we know Fabien well. Tout le monde connaît la musique d'Edith Piaf. Tout le monde connaît. Everybody knows Edith Piaf's music. Another way to use, or another time to use connaître is with places. Okay, so attention, because if someone says to you, connaissez-vous Paris? It doesn't necessarily mean, are you aware of Paris? Like, do you know of Paris? It probably means, have you been there? Are you familiar with it closely, if you like? So don't be surprised if someone asks you, vous connaissez Paris? Ou vous connaissez les États-Unis? Even if you haven't been there, doesn't necessarily, I mean, even if you know where it is, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they're asking you. But if you have been there, you could say, for example, oui, je connais bien Paris. J'ai étudié à Paris il y a 5 ans, par exemple. So, connaître is used with people, like to know someone. It can, depending on context, be to be aware of or familiar with a person. But it's always followed by a noun, okay? A person or a thing. Never by a verb. And it's not used with interrogative pronouns like où, quand, pourquoi, comment, etc. Instead, you're going to use savoir for those. Now, I'm going to give you a few examples here. Connaître can also be used with knowledge that's been acquired through study, okay, or through experience. Like, a bit like being familiar with Paris because you've lived there. So, par exemple, moi et mes camarades de classe, nous connaissons bien la géographie de la France, or de France. We know French geography well, me and my classmates, because we've studied it, basically. Marine connaît son métier. She knows her job, she knows her work, she knows in depth her profession. Okay, I'm going to send an email out to class members now. I'm sorry this is a bit rushed, I have to teach now this evening, but I've got some English to French translations that you can do, and I've also got 2 links where you can go and practice for free exercises using the verb connaître ou savoir. You have to choose between the 2. So, if you'd like to do that, feel free, club members, to send me your translations and I'll check and return them to you. More than happy to do that. And if you're just watching this as part of a wider audience, please feel free to ask any questions by leaving them under the video in the comments section. So that's savoir and connaître. Not all the instances of when you use them, but some kind of basic rules. If in doubt, use savoir. If you're talking about people, use connaître. That's the basic sort of rule. Merci bien et à bientôt. Au revoir.